Hey guys, Infected Poisoner here, and just wanted to bring you some gameplay from DropZone on BayView, where I hope you can see I'm actually getting much better at these first-person shooters, as it were. So today we're using the Maverick, using a suppressor and foregrip, and perks. Can't remember, but I don't think I actually went on many kill streaks, but I did manage to drop 39 kills, so not too bad. So what I wanted to talk today about is that when Ghost first came out, there's a lot of hype about the fact that you couldn't rank up very quickly, and that's due to the fact that for some reason it just took ages to get points. So yeah, I kind of agree with that and don't agree with it. It's taken me quite a while to rank up, but there are a few tips and tricks I've found on the internet and things I've been using to rank up a bit faster. So basically you play games like Domination, Kill Confirmed, and DropZone that's now been added in with all the latest update. If you play those games, you tend to be in the matches for a lot longer, so they last a lot longer. As you can see, this video is nearly 10 minutes, and I've had to speed up the gameplay just to keep it under the 10-minute mark, and you get more opportunities to score. For instance, Kill Confirmed, the more tags you pick up, and also your own teammates' tags after they've died, so you know, denying the kills, you get more points. Domination, if you actually capture a flag, you get, I think it's 150 or 200 points. And the drop zone, basically for every second, I think it is, or every 2 seconds or whatever it is you spend inside the drop zone, you earn 20 points, and obviously you get 50 points a kill, and you get the usual 10 points assist or 20 points assist depending on what you do and how many bullets you put in them. So basically, you know, you play these game modes and you obviously earn more points. The other tip is to look out for the double XP weekends, and obviously as soon as they come on, you know, I'm getting sort of 3,500, 5,000, you know, 6,000, 7,000 points a match in these sort of games, you know, and at double XP, you know, you're talking 12, 14,000. You know, it's pretty sensible to play on those weekends, you know. So if you haven't been hitting it hard, then great. The other thing is obviously to kill more than you die, which is something I struggle with, basically because I love rushing in and just trying to gung-ho and completely take down anybody who's there. But yeah, you just got to play these game modes, and you do rank up a lot faster. So you know, use those tips, and you know, let me know if there's any other tips that you guys have to rank up faster. Don't cheat, clearly. Don't hack. You know, that is cheating. And I've been in a few lobbies recently that I've dropped in and literally just took, you know, wasted a whole clip into an entire person who just took 3 or 4 shots at me and then just ran off. I have no idea what hack or what it was. It just, but it just frustrates me. There's no point cheating, you know. Alright, do it in private lobbies and have a bit of a giggle with all the you know, the glitches and the bugs and all the stuff that haven't been patched up, but you know, don't do it in bloody public matches. It's just silly, you know, to me anyway. You know, I don't find it fun. I don't think anyone I play with finds it fun either. You know, you just want to go in and play the games in the public matches, you know, because you can't do it if you do it competitively. You get absolutely creamed, but it's just there's no real need for it. So anyway, so sorry about that rant, but you know, it's just annoyed me in the last few games. So the Maverick, what do I think about it? Well, it's not actually that bad. If you've been following me, I use the MTAR a lot. I've started to mix it up, mainly because I got a little bit bored and wanted to try and, you know, use a few more weapons, make it a bit more interesting for myself. And as I said, I've been using the Maverick a few matches now. I used it a few times it came out. I do love the Ripper. I think the Ripper is absolutely mint. I'm not sure if they've nerfed it down with the last patch. It doesn't seem to be as good as it used to, whether it's just me and my game style or the way I shoot, or I don't know. My aim's been off the last few games, but not that it ever was in, but I don't know if they've nerfed the Ripper but certainly the MTAR I know they have. I use the Honey Badger every now and then. I think it's a pretty good gun. I know people think it's a bit OP, but it's still a good weapon. You know, it's pretty accurate. Does what you want it to do. You know, but so do all the other guns. I think, you know, it'd be nice to sort of have a bit of a change, so that's why I went with the Maverick. I haven't used it that much, and seen a few videos on the old YouTube, and thought, oh, I'll give it a go. And to be honest, I've been doing pretty good with it. You know, this game I dropped, you can see I'm 21 for 16 at the moment. I've started trying to take routes that people don't normally think you would do, if that makes sense. So, you know, making my movements a little more unpredictable. So instead of just running straight out somewhere, I have started to try and do movements that people wouldn't normally suspect, you know, so they can't really guess which way you're going to go, if that makes sense. So, because I think a lot of this game is, you know, people do start pre-firing and do predict where you're going to run, and I do find myself now in public matches, obviously playing a fair amount of the maps, you do kind of get the idea of where people are going to run to, you know, where they're going to run from, where they're going to run to, and I do think obviously that helps. I've always said, I think, you know, there is obviously a huge element of game skill, and you do have to be, you know, pretty quick on the triggers and all the buttons. But I think a big part of going on big streaks is knowing where they're going to come from, knowing the spawns, knowing where people are going to run. And I still can't get my head around the spawns, and I still find myself running around the map like a headless chicken trying to find out where the hell they are. But as I said, you know, normally I try and stay away from my other team or other teammates, because obviously the guys are going to be spawning the other side. So there's a few tips for you. Wanted to talk about DLC as well. Do I think it's necessary? Well, yeah, I think you've got to. But do I think revamping old maps is a sensible idea? No. I think if you're going to give out DLC, you know, you pay 50 quid, which is 50 English pounds. I don't know what that is in US dollars, whatever it is. You know, you pay a lot of money for these games to start with. And Ghost has kind of been disappointing, but I think, you know, if you take it its own right, instead of comparing it to all the other Call of Duties, you know, instead of comparing it to Black Ops and comparing it to the other guys, you know, Modern Warfare 4 and Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 1, I think you've got to look at it in its own right. The graphics are good. You know, the gameplay's pretty good. They've added a few more elements instead of just the usual capture the flag and things like that. They've put in Blitz, you know, which is a completely, well, to me anyway, it's different to what you've been playing. Alright, they've dropped back in DropZone, and as I said, you know, if you utilise that, you know, you're gonna rank up and get a lot of nice points in there. There's a few things they've added back in which people have obviously been screaming out for, and diehard fans, but I don't see a change as a bad thing. I think change is a good thing. I think what they could have done is, you know, with the new DLCs, is just give us some unique maps. You know, revamping some of the old ones is just, I appreciate what they're doing. They're obviously taking the old maps and, you know, giving them a new lick of paint, as it were, to make it quicker and easier to get DLC out, because they think people want to do it, but then you have to pay for it. You know, it's 50 quid for the game, and then 38 quid or 35 quid, whatever it was, for the season pass. And I don't normally go for the DLC maps, just purely because they're just not as good as the normal ones. You know, I think if you're going to do it, give us some unique maps and do it, and also sort the spawns out. I think the new DLC spawn is worse than when Ghost first came out. You know, I think it's just awful. You know, Titanfall has a much better spawn system. So I'll talk about it a bit more in the next video. I've got some Predator mode coming up, which I think, you know, having said all that about DLC, I think Predator was brilliant. So I'll talk about that more, and obviously want to apologise for no sound and just me talking. But one of us, not mentioning any names, but myself, made a real balls up on the videos and pressed the wrong button on my Elgato. So there you go, 39 for 33, not bad. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you again soon.